number 5 is our differential pick, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. The Stoke midfielder is currently owned by just 6.2% of overall squads and was selected in just 7.8% of the top 1,000 squads by the latest deadline. With a tally of 2 goals and 1 assist from 7 starts, Choupo-Moting remains the only player to have scored past Manchester United in the Premier League this season. His tally of 10 shots from inside the box over the last 4 game weeks can be beaten only by Salah and Sterling amongst midfielders. Only 4 players have taken more shots from inside the box this season in total, including Lukaku and Kane. Over the last 4 game weeks, Stoke's tally of 5 goals scored is level with Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool. Only 4 teams have scored more. In game week 9, they host a Bournemouth side that sit 19th in the Premier League table, having won just 1 of their last 5 games. Only Stoke and Crystal Palace have conceded more big chances than Bournemouth this season. At number 4 is Kyle Walker. Despite conceding 2 goals during their win over Stoke last weekend, Man City conceded just 1 shot on target during the game, so were slightly unfortunate not to keep a clean sheet. Walker was also unfortunate in deflecting the ball into his own net for Stoke's second goal, but partially made up for that by producing his 3rd assist of the season at the other end. Man City have now conceded a total of just 4 goals this season, second only to Manchester United, while only Spurs have conceded fewer big chances. City and Spurs have each kept 5 clean sheets so far, with Man United being the only team to have kept more. In game week 9, they'll host a Burnley side that have scored 3 times over the last 4 game weeks. Only Crystal Palace and Huddersfield have managed fewer goals over that period. At number 3, it's Michail Antonio. The West Ham midfielder got back on the score sheet last weekend after pouncing on Joe Hart's clearance during the 1-1 draw with Burnley. He was directly involved in 17 goals during 29 appearances in the Premier League last season, scoring 9 times and providing 8 assists. This season, despite struggling with an injury, Antonio has registered 9 shots on target. Only Eriksen and Salah have managed more amongst midfielders. Our fix algorithm gives West Ham a fixture difficulty rating of 4 out of 20 for game week 9, when they host Brighton. Only Watford, Stoke and Crystal Palace have conceded more big chances than Brighton over the last 4 game weeks. At number 2, it's Marcos Alonso. Despite the defeat to Crystal Palace last weekend, Chelsea have conceded just 4 times over the last 6 game weeks, keeping 3 clean sheets over that period. They now have an exceptionally kind run of fixtures ahead, which sees them face just Manchester United and Liverpool from last season's top 6 during the next 13 games. Marcos Alonso impressed us all with his 6 goals and 5 assists last season from wing-back and has already returned 2 goals this time around, with a brace against Spurs back in game week 2. His tally of 14 shots this season is more than any other defender has managed, and he's found the target with 5, which again beats every other defender in the Premier League. With a projected score of 6.2, our fix algorithm is expecting Alonso to be the top scoring defender in game week 9, when Chelsea host Watford. And at number 1, it's our headliner, Gabriel Jesus. The Brazilian found his 2nd brace of the season against Stoke last weekend during a 7-2 win for Man City. He's now been directly involved in 7 goals during his last 5 Premier League appearances. During that period, his tally of 7 shots on target is behind only Aguero, Lukaku and Kane amongst forwards. Man City have scored an impressive tally of 19 goals over their last 4 Premier League games, at least 10 more than any other team have managed. Their tally of 22 big chances over that period is also more than any other team have managed. Manchester United are ranked 2nd for big chances, with half the amount of their Manchester rivals. In game week 9, Pep Guardiola's side hosts Burnley, who come into this game with strong form themselves, having gone unbeaten in their last 6 Premier League games. They've taken points from away trips to Spurs and Liverpool over that period, but an in-form Manchester City side will undoubtedly be a much bigger test.